Quiet is about those opportunities to process and to reflect so that then you can go forward with what comes next.
I think quieting is the thing that we have almost completely lost. We are just go, one thing to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing, until the end of the day comes and you're like, where did this whole day go? So if you don't build in that time for quieting, for reflection, it's not gonna happen. That's for the adults, and that's especially true for the kids.
Every direction we look, there's noise. People yelling at each other about politics, or whether it's someone honking at you because you didn't turn quite quickly enough. It's hard to escape this constant state of noise and of activity that we don't really know how to turn the dial down anymore.
Adults have decided that kids need to be busy. They need to have stuff going on all the time. And so they haven't learned to be in spaces where they can quiet, and then we haven't taught them how to quiet. We haven't given them the tools to sit with themselves and reflect on the day, or to take 10 minutes and just breathe.
I think that a lot of people who are stressed and anxious have a lot of tabs open in their brain. We have a tab on the test that's tomorrow, a tab on what their friends said to them. And what mindfulness does is it helps people to close those tabs effectively, because what we're not doing is we're not thinking about those things and obsessing about those things. We're thinking about the here and now. We're thinking about our sensory environments. We're thinking about the positive relationships we might have. And I think that if parents are helping their children as different kinds of quiet resources like mindfulness and spirituality, I see a lot of benefit from that.
The whole concept of quieting yourself helps regulate your moods better. You're able to regulate your temper better. People's inability to regulate. Things that perhaps were irritating blow up in a hurry.
I think we hurt the people around us. We hurt our, loved ones. Maybe it's a friend that was just trying to help us and we just had a really bad day and that was our last straw.
I look at it as a really healthy tool and skill for stress relief.
Anxiety is a normal emotion. We all have it. Oftentimes we medicate it because we don't have the tools to withstand the symptoms of it, right? But I think calming is one of those things that can help us manage the symptoms. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't medicate anxiety or that you shouldn't take medication for mental health symptoms. I'm just saying sometimes what is a normal human emotion can be managed with a few minutes of quiet.
I'm a huge believer in mindfulness, a huge believer in meditation, to just breathe and try to just think about your breath. It'll then open up your brain so you can do all the hard things that you have to do, and you can feel like I'm handling it.
I often think about that quiet time is good time before you go to sleep, but it's also the times that maybe something has been really heavy and hard, and it's time to process that out before you put it away. You may have to pull it back out, process it again, but how important that is to find that quiet, be able to move forward.
When we are go, and we're not taking the time to be in the moment and understand the context of what's going on, we don't even know why we're feeling the way we're feeling. It's just like, God, I'm like angry today. Or like, wow, I'm like super energized today, but we don't even know why. Because this Ferrari track is just going. We're acting on the emotion. We're little impulse machines. And we're ignoring the slow Toyota Prius track. And this one takes intention. And this is actually the same part of our brain that's going to help us with planning, organizing, creative problem solving, all the things that we need to live in this hectic life. If we can quiet our brains, we will open it up to connecting to others, and we will take the time that we need to take care of ourselves, eat right, drink right, attune to our sleep. And that's like the real key to giving us a shot at that contentment in life that is ever so elusive.
Unpacking the ability to be quiet is a lot. It is not as simple as I can just sit and be, because a lot of people don't have the safe space in place in their own brain for that.
For a lot of kids, it's a hard time sitting in quiet because now I got to deal with all these intrusive thoughts that are worrying, anxiety causing, depression causing.
I think people's thoughts terrify them, and our thoughts create these emotions that live in our body that we don't know what to do with. I think we use things to keep our brain quiet, and we don't know how to deal with what comes up when the brain is very loud.
So some of it is a coping skill. The other part of it is, I mean, you're constantly engaged because even schools now, you're spending most time on your Chromebook. And then you go home from your Chromebook to your devices, and then those devices take you to bedtime, and now you're on your phone.
Never in that has there been quiet time. We have to figure out as adults how to give ourselves quiet time so that we can give our kids quiet time and not be afraid to have unscheduled time.
We're not doing it. Because anytime we have an opportunity for quiet time, what's the first thing we do? We get into our pocket, we whip out that phone, and we start doom scrolling. Think it's a quiet activity because you're just laying in your bed, doom scrolling, and you're like, oh, this is how I relax. Your brain is not quiet. Your brain is being stimulated. Your brain is oftentimes being irritated. Absolutely, like the doom scrolling thing is not a quieting activity, even though it's oftentimes the first thing we do and the last thing we do every day. But I would say that's like the anti-quiet activity.
Where's quiet and focus versus quiet is bored. I think for kids that are constantly on the mill, that don't know how to then do the quiet and focus because their phone is down, they've kind of used up everything they've got to bring to class. And that's not a great experience in school if you're swiping left on learning.
There's an old saying in psychology, you listen to yourself more than you listen to anybody else, so it pays to pay attention to what you're telling yourself, right? Or your thinking patterns, to be acquainted with yourself. If we don't acculturate our children into quiet time with themselves, where they're unentertained, quiet times where you think. It's not the most fun thing to do at the time.
I think the culture we live in celebrates productivity. The problem with that, of course, is that it devalues quiet. We just don't have an opportunity to stop and sit and become more self-aware of where am I at, how am I really doing. That's really the benefit of quiet, and that's why it's so hard to achieve that, is because we're rewarded so much by our busyness and our activity.
And I think it's been added onto that are outside stimulants. Drug use, you have lack of sleep, you have poor nutrition, you have this lack of ability to communicate your feelings directly to a person. And so the only way for people to respond is through this immediate knee-jerk response. People are saying, well, I need medication or I need drugs to calm me, to take me to that place of quiet. We're relying on something that actually may cause more problems in order to solve what we believe is another one.
Talked about settle your glitter. It's just a great visual for me. And it helps me kind of bring it back down and regulate and get to that quiet place. And if I can't get there, I can't help my kids or my family get there. It's super important for me because it's so important for them. And everyone has the disquiet sometimes, but it's having the tools to get back.
What's interesting about building in the skill of quiet in people's life is that it doesn't look the same for everyone. For some people, it is reading a book. For other people, it's going fishing. Even in activity, I think we can find quiet, and I think that's important for people to realize.
One of my favorite things is just to take a notebook and go sit in a big quiet chair and just be quiet.
Shut your mind down. Focus purely on getting in as much oxygen into your body as you can, because we know ADHD, anxiety, a lot of these things are also attached to a lack of oxygen. Relax, find your most comfortable place in your seat, relax as much as you can, lay back, and what we try to do is push your belly button as far from your spine as you can, and then when you exhale, pull your belly button as close to your spine as you can. So it's a complete inflation and deflation process. What do you hear? When we just sit here, what do you hear inside yourself? When you get beyond, this is stupid, why are you having me sitting here closing my eyes? Like, just let it clear out, man. You're in a safe place.
I meditate every day for 15 minutes. I started with 1 minute a day that I'm gonna use my watch to do the inhale, exhale thing. Do not take too big of a bite. Start a minute, start 2 minutes, and then build up as it feels right, and you'll soon master the ability to quiet your brain. And it'll just allow for your brain to take in more noise outside of that quiet time. A super strength, if you will. You don't have to meditate, you don't have to be like a guru, a yogi, whatever. There are other ways you can quiet.
Quiet can be the times that I pull out a journal and I'm reflecting. Quiet can be the opportunities where I'm just not scheduled to do things. For some, it's going to be music. For some, it's going to be a walk by themselves. Those are opportunities for quiet in their own way.
Maybe yoga works for some. Maybe it's getting a nutritious snack. Maybe it's getting enough sleep. I think with quiet, I feel like it's all these things where we get to take the time to look at our checklist. So it's kind of going through that checklist when you do feel stressed and being able to be more self-aware of ourselves, our own emotional state, and being able to learn how to regulate our own emotions.
I have a 12-year-old girl who was struggling with sleep. She identified that there are the 5 senses that she could introduce to herself independently without the help of her parents that she used. One of the things was she has a weighted blanket. That would be the feeling. She said there was certain songs that she listened to, and then there was even a lilac smell that she would spray. And when the child can do it herself, calm herself, using these mindfulness techniques of sensory introduction that in ways that worked for her, that was a big breakthrough for her and for her family.
So I think we start when children are young and we indoctrinate them into a lifestyle of diurnal schedule and good eating and the rest of that. And the quiet time, we have quiet time. We have quiet time together, we have quiet time apart, and get in the habit of knowing what that's like. I think carving it out intentionally and putting it on a schedule that's protected time on the schedule.
Your kids need some time to be alone. You need some time alone, so you need some time away from the kids. Hopefully you find the quiet time for them, but you also have the quiet time for you.
I need those moments of quiet. My brain needs those moments of quiet, and so if I can show my kids how to let that noise go.
More, do more. Faster answers via AI, more work tasks, more completion. Slowing down and backing up, connecting to the things that make us human. Nature is like one of the easiest, fastest ways to do that.
Nature is the best teacher for realizing the activity of the trees, the animals, and all these different things. I encourage kids to find that part of nature that speaks to them. Just go be in it. See where your thoughts go.
And I want you just to think of what are 5 things I see, things I hear, what do I smell, and just connect yourself with being outdoors for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, right? To kind of clear your mind.
Take the headphones off, just be outside, hopefully someplace clear where there's not too much traffic. Too much of our lives, there's too much stimulation. And so when you're outside and all there is just the birds chirping in the wind, it's a little different. And it does make people more relaxed.
It feels amazing. Your stress feels better, your mental health feels better, you're more alert, you're more aware.
And connecting to the things that have connected us as humans since the beginning of time. And nature is a huge part of that.
And so really the idea here is to just find an activity, fully immerse in the sensory experience so that there is a separation from the tabs of life.
If a kid is in a moment of chaos, if they're in dysregulation, if they can't figure out their emotions in that moment, stop with them. Be quiet with them. Stop trying to control the moment. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's pause for a second and really get a handle on what's happening here.
I think it's really important for parents to reassess their own use of social media, phone use in general, technology in general, and understanding it's okay to say to your kids, I'm not doing great with my own use right now, but doesn't mean we can't get back on track. So maybe I spent a little too much time on my phone today. Tomorrow I'm going to do better. Tomorrow I'm going to detox from my technology. Tomorrow I'm going to spend more time outside or with my face-to-face conversations with my family as opposed to spending time on my phone.
Saying it has its place, it has its purpose, but I'm going to fight back a little bit for me and my family. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to happen in slow, steady, methodical steps, and you're going to get there when you rely on other people that you trust to help you get there.
If you are investing your time intentionally into these pillars, you're working on quieting your brain, it is going to open up your brain's ability to do all the other things.
You can take a baby step here and pick one of the pillars to say, this is what I'm going to work on this week. It doesn't have to be overwhelming commitment to changing all of the different patterns happening in your family, but I think take one small step and be really proud of the step that you've taken.
it's normal for parents to feel overwhelmed with all of this. I mean, there's a lot coming at you all the time, whether it's from school or pressures at work or, all of the different pieces. Just as we talk about the importance of kids knowing when to ask for help, it's okay for parents to ask for help and putting yourself out there and saying, I need support too, in order to help my young person manage all of this.
I think that it's really important that parents embrace these 6 pillars for their own resiliency building, for their own opportunity to find mental health. And as they do that, I think that they will find that they will be able to offer a better version of themselves that is going to be more beneficial to meeting the needs of their children.